would let you hold them, but since they're kind of together.
Sure, they're doing their thing. I don't want to interrupt business.
But I also have like their larvae, which I can kind of get out, and you can definitely hold one of those if you
Yeah, you want to hold one, Gabriel?
Yes. This is. Can you hold this? Okay.
So typically, I think their lifespan is somewhere around like 6 months. But it's kind of hard if you're getting them from someone else to know really how long they're living in the adult stage. So I'm trying to breed them so I can kind of see the whole lifespan.
Are these native to Missouri?
No.
So I saw something that looked really similar to this.
The Goliath beetle.
Yeah, maybe it's a similar type, but it was about the same size.
There's some similar species. Like there's definitely some type of Goliath beetle that's native to the U.S.
Okay.
But these guys are, like this particular species is native to like tropical areas. So they have different stages in their lifespan.
Got it.
This is
That's the larva?
grub, yeah.
Wow.
He does have pinchers, so I wouldn't necessarily,
That
go
is,
by that.
the larva is bigger than the actual beetle.
Yeah, so they get really, I think somewhere around like 100 grams is like the
That
gold
is
for them.
huge.
And this is like the last stage before they'll pupate. So these ones, they actually eat protein, so I have to feed them like a goldfish food, and that's
Really?
kind of what they eat in this stage. The younger stages, they eat like a flake soil, which is kind of like decomposing.
So they
wood.
you feed them fish protein?
Yes. Yep.
Wow,
They're
that is-
carnivorous. You have to separate them as well because they will
Eat
literally
each other?
eat each other. Yes. So they're really neat looking though.
And what's the name of this insect
A
again?
Goliath beetle.
Wow, that is really big.
Yeah. They're heavy.
I didn't realize that's probably a good 4 inches.
Yes. So a lot of like in the breeding, you're trying to get basically the biggest ones because they're
Right.
giant beetles. So. there's
And
that.
and how long do they pupate before they're adults?
So I have some actually in these pupal chambers. I can show you
Sure.
what those look like. Unfortunately, you can't really see inside of them. But,
Sure.
This species, you kind of have to have a bunch of different steps for it to actually do what you want it to do.
Okay.
So once they go into like a wandering stage, they're looking for a certain kind of soil to make their pupal chambers.
Okay.
So then you put them in a different kind of, it's like a clay kind of sand.
Okay.
So they pupate inside these little chambers here.
So that there's a larva in there.
There's a larva in here.
Do they just do they build that ball around themselves?
They do. So I have them like in those circular ones up there.
Okay.
I put them in there when they're ready to pupate, and then they'll dig down to the bottom and create this chamber around themselves.
Got it.
So these will hopefully come out of these chambers within from what I've read, it takes like 2 to 4 months or so.
Okay.
This is my first time to do it though, so I guess we'll see
Wow.
if all that's accurate.
And
but-
is the plan to put these downstairs in that exhibit?
Yeah, we'll have an exhibit. Once we get expanded, we'll have a lot more bugs. We're going to do Goliath and Hercules beetles, hopefully some praying mantis, walking stick. So we're trying to get a little bit more experience in that before we're actually finished with our building. So
Wow, you're looking at doing different mantises?
yes.
I love flower
Yeah.
mantises.
Oh yeah, that would be really cool. The orchid
Yeah,
mantis.
yeah,
is,
orchid
like,
mantis.
So cool, yeah. But yeah,
These are unbelievably cool.
Yes. So the female has more of like a kind of shovel on her head.
To dig?
Yes, and then the male has like kind of more of like the hornish type head because he will
Fight?
Fight. Yep.
Males always fighting for females.
Yeah, you know how it is.
It's funny sometimes you hear about bugs. It's like, are people that different?
Yes, yeah. And they eat pretty much like fruit jelly is what all of this is. It's like banana.
Oh, so they're mating and eating at the same time?
Yeah, I mean I've had them I think since September I think is wrong lid. Yeah, I got them in September, and they pretty much, they're just hanging out eating, and the female buries herself daily, so I'm really hoping here in a couple months there will be a lot
How
of
long do
babies.
they live for?
I've read that they live in the adult form anywhere from like 3 to 6 months, but I've also heard from someone else that they've had them live for a year, so
Okay.
I think it kind of depends on all of the things you're doing to keep them alive, I suppose. So.
Wow, let me see that larvae. Keep it there. That is so... Yeah, it's kind of amazing. Like, the larvae is bigger than the actual... The larva is bigger than the actual beetles, huh?
Yeah, they get very massive. That one, and then like the Hercules beetle is also another very big grub.
Do I just put them in here?
Yeah, you can just put them back in there. This guy,
Oh,
he's
okay.
another one.
So these aren't Hercules beetles, correct?
Those aren't. These are all Goliath. This is actually a Hercules beetle.
That's the one with the
larvae.
really big,
Yeah,
like
rhino
rhino-looking
type
head.
thing. And they look very similar in their grub stage, but I don't have an adult beetle.
Man, I want this job. This sounds like so much fun.
Yeah. How old do you have to be here?
I don't know actually. I think probably 16 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the Hercules one, so they pretty much look basically the same. I couldn't tell them apart, but
Oh,
This guy has a bigger head.
bigger head.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah, they do look very similar though.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. It's a
Yeah.
very similar looking.
Yeah, so I'm hoping I have a lot harder time getting the Hercules beetle in the adult form, so I'm trying to. I have just 2 of them that I'm waiting to.
Is there a reason for that? They're just harder to.
I don't know if they're just harder to. I know that they pupate for a lot longer than Goliath beetles, so they could stay in their grub stage for like 2 years. So, like with the grub and the pupation and all of that could be up to 2 years from what I've read and heard from other people. So I think that's probably why it's harder to get them versus these guys here.
That makes sense. Well, thank you for sharing. That was
Of
beautiful.
course, yeah.
What do you think, Gabriel?
Super cool.
Yeah.
Now I can say I've held a
I know.
Hercules
I wish
beetle.
they weren't
and,
doing
They're-
their
they're-
thing, 'cause I
yeah,
would let
no.
you hold those too. But,
Yeah, we don't interrupt business. Then they're gonna get mad at you, and then all that work, and then.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
thanks.
yeah,
Thank you
keep
for
coming
sharing.
Back, and, maybe if they're not like that, I'll let you hold them.
Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna come back to get more footage
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
there's way more than I thought.